Azure Gleam. Clash of Torment. The Kingdom, Alliance, and Church of Seiros join hands, laying bare their true aim, forcing the Empire to split their army between the Eastern and Western fronts. Their united armies gather their elite soldiers in the Valley of Torment and begin the march to reclaim Garreg Mach. However, the Empire will not sit idly by and let them take it.
Nice of you to swing by, Dimitri. Looks like we're all here then.
Apologies for the wait. How go the preparations?
All set. We're ready to ring in the new year with the greatest victory Fodlan has ever seen.
Every last soldier we could find is in formation and raring to go.
You'll see for yourself soon enough, and I think you're gonna like how it's looking. Are you planning on heading south right away?
That was my intention, yes. Why? Does something trouble you?
A bit, yeah. We got a report just over a month ago that Count Berglies had withdrawn from the Eastern Front, which happens to line up exactly with when we pulled our own forces back. It's all a little too convenient, if you ask me. What I'm not sure of is whether he puzzled out our plan with Garreg Mach, or if he fell back to fortify Enbar instead. I guess the real question is how crafty the people calling the shots for the Imperials are.
They left quite the impression on us.
He's right. We had our hands full and more over in the west. Every time we claimed a territory, we'd look for spots to set up camp, only to find the army had razed all the towns and fields to the ground as they retreated.
If they're going that far, there's a good chance they've caught on to our plan. Though I doubt they're expecting all their enemies to come marching through the Valley of Torment hand in hand.
Couldn't we have picked an easier way, though? I'm practically swimming in sweat in this heat. Let's just hope we're almost out.
I see you have scarcely changed from your days at the Academy, Hilda.
Sedith? And Lady Rhea, are you joining the cause as well?
I refuse to spectate from afar while the fate of Fodlan hangs in the balance.
Well, sure, but if something were to happen to you, it would be the end of the whole church.
I am capable of taking care of myself. And I want nothing more than to aid you in this battle.
We know every inch this valley has to offer. Allow us to guide you.
If we can traverse it unnoticed, we should arrive at Garreg Mach without incident. The valley's terrain, however, is well suited for ambushes and other such craven tactics.
Yes, we must exercise the utmost caution as we proceed. Our movements should be not only swift, but sensible.
And in the off chance we do face hostilities, we'll surely require help from the Knights of Seiros.
If need be, I will lead them myself. Now come, let us restore our rightful claim to Garreg Mach, and put an end to this monstrous tyranny.
Would you mind listening to my idea?
I
have a suggestion. Then let us begin.
Now then.
Excuse me.
Hey, Rodrigue. Looking for something specific?
I am. It's a book called Keyhole's General Treatise on Mercenaries. I was hoping to brush up a bit.
Sounds familiar. Pretty sure I skimmed through it back at the Academy. Are you gonna use it for the next campaign or something?
Well, perhaps.
Rodrigue? Is everything okay? You're not really the kind of guy to skirt around answers like that.
If I may, do you remember when we faced Gerald and his mercenaries in battle?
How could I forget? Things got pretty intense out there.
Indeed they did. And that battle is the reason they opted to join our cause. One mistake is all it would have taken for us to suffer a crushing defeat. Thankfully, we managed to seize the initiative ourselves and emerge victorious. Had we not, our main camp would surely have fallen. I expect I too would have lost my life in the fray.
Yeah, it felt like there was danger lurking around every corner. Almost like I was walking on thin ice, never sure when it was gonna crack beneath me.
It frustrated me to no end, both as a warrior and a commander. To see such foresight, such clever strategies emerging from the other side. Without the wisdom of our predecessors, I would never have been able to assess the situation. Hence why I again find myself here seeking knowledge.
You never fail to impress me, Rodrigue. All those years of experience, and you still have the drive to sit down and study tactics in your time off.
I merely despise the idea of defeat, nothing more. I lack the cunning of the Margrave, and unlike Lambert, I lack the overwhelming courage necessary to turn the tide of battle on my own. Which is why I must learn as many strategies as I can. It's the only way I can prevail over those both wiser and braver than I.
You know, you've said before that you and Felix don't have a whole lot in common. But I'm not so sure that's true. Neither of you miss a single chance to improve yourselves. Guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. And that goes for Dimitri, Sylvain, and yeah, even Felix. As for you, Rodrigue, I think all that hard-earned knowledge is exactly what makes you the incredible commander you are.
Ha! I'll spare you the humility and just accept the compliment. Thank you.
I bet you could even beat the Margrave or the former king if you took him on now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Both of them were far beyond my reach in their prime. And the Margrave aside, I could never hope to meet Lambert as equals. I'd struggle for an eternity without ever growing close to his might.
I guess you can't exactly catch up to someone when they're gone.
Perhaps not. But that's exactly why we must continue learning. To never stop reaching for those who seem beyond our grasp.
Gotcha. Then I'm just gonna have to follow in your footsteps. I'll catch up to you before you know it, Rodrigue. Just don't go dying on me before I get the chance.
Is that so? Then I suppose I'll have to work even harder to give you a proper challenge.
Oh yeah, you were looking for Keyhole's treatise, right? Let me go ask if anyone knows where it is.
Oh, will I really make it home next winter?
If you fall, pick yourself back up. An enemy won't wait for you to regain your footing.
Yes, Lady Ingrid.
We've been at this for a while now. Let's take a break.
Hello, all. You seem to be doing fine work with your training today. I brought snacks, so please eat up and restore your energy.
Thank you, Lady Mercedes. I'll go tell the others at once.
That would be wonderful. Oh, and I baked plenty, so there's no need to rush. Dig in, Ingrid. We must remember to treat ourselves once in a while, after all.
Thank you. These are delicious! Of course, I should have expected no less from you. I have been struggling every day for a way to show these girls my appreciation, yet have come up with nothing. But then you waltz in here and pull it off in one fell swoop. Just look how happy you've made them.
You give me too much credit. Children love anyone who brings them sweets.
Still, they are nothing more than bundles of nerves around me. I'm sure they'd feel at ease if only I was as kind and considerate as you.
Oh, I think you're much more important to them than I. All I do is bring snacks on occasion. You take the time to train them every day without fail. I know the only reason you're so strict is so they're ready for what awaits them on the battlefield. Your lessons are their own form of kindness. I'm certain they recognize that.
You have more confidence than I do.
Then let me ask you a question. Do you hate your older brothers?
What? No, how could I? I mean, naturally, there were times where I resented how hard they were on me, but it was never hate. They were simply looking out for me. I'm proud to call them my brothers.
You see? There are many ways to be kind and considerate.
Huh. I think I understand what you're driving at now.
There's no need to force yourself to be someone you're not. Just be yourself. You're already one of the kindest people I know.
But I'm terrible at encouraging people the way you do.
I don't think that's true. But if it really concerns you, you could try acting more like me.
Say, that's actually not a bad idea. In that case, let me dish out the same treatment you gave me the other day. Prepare yourself, Mercedes. It's time for me to show my affection.
Goodness, where could this possibly be going?
Sit down, Felix.
Can we make this quick? I'm busy.
For once, would you please just... No, not today. The truth is, I think it's time we sat down and talked. Neither of us know which day could be our last, so we should both ensure there's no lingering regret when the time comes.
Well, this is off to a grim start. So, what is it you want to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for what I said about Glenn. It was ill put, and I'm sorry. I should never have said such a thing in your presence.
If you're going to explain yourself, I suppose I can make the time to hear you out.
Thank you. Then I will not mince words. I too was mortified by Glenn's death. Yet he perished a hero. He chose that life for himself, and he chose that death. He fought to protect the future of Fargus and his friend, until his dying breath. As his father, I felt I had to acknowledge that choice.
Though sure it was his choice. Neither of us really knows what he was thinking. The boar might have an inkling, but all he goes on about is how he caused Glenn's death.
You're right. I don't know for certain. But I know what I would have done had I been there. And you, Felix? What would your choice have been? Would you have abandoned His Majesty to save yourself? Chosen to fight until death claimed you? I myself would have safeguarded His Majesty at all costs. Know that it wasn't in Glenn's nature to flee either.
It's always about courage or cowardice with you. I wouldn't have chosen anything. When your life's on the line, you don't have time to think about that stuff. Only act. I would have fought with my own will, in whatever way I thought best. And I would have made sure we both survived.
You always want to have it both ways. Still, I take pride in that determination of yours. Had I been doubt, I could have summoned the resolve to strive for such a victory. More likely, I would have been satisfied merely to die in the defense of much.
I can understand that way of thinking. In fact, I always have. But I still couldn't stomach Glenn's death being glorified.
And I'm sorry for that, Felix. Truly.
It's all right. And I'm glad we talked. Also, you said we shouldn't leave regrets behind, so... I'm sorry, too. For hitting you back then, I mean. I'm sorry, Father.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that. It hurt, too. More than any blow I've received in battle.
Oh, shut up. I said I was sorry. Now, if we're done here, I'm leaving.
Hey!
No.
Well, what do you think? Right.
No way!
That isn't good.
Got a minute? Huh? Nah.
Welcome. Thanks a bunch.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Busy?
That's concerning.
I hate to ask, but
Hey!
well. Incidentally,
What do you think?
Don't worry.
You there.
You sure?
Greetings. Greetings.
Goodness.
A moment.
Well,
What do you think?
must speak.
That reminds me.
Ah.
That's not good.
Oh, hi!
Let's see.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Right on.
uh-huh. Say,
Nuh-uh.
That's a good result.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So it is.
You sure?
I entrust this to you.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Thanks for the meal. Drinks are on me next time.
I might have to pass. We can't have both of us too inebriated at once.
Come back whenever you're up.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
A little father-daughter teamwork, huh? Not a bad idea. We'll get more done than some random pairing.
Right. We'll show them we can work together in more places than the battlefield. I think we did pretty well. What about you?
I worry this old man held your kids back.
We all must do our fair share.
Oh, hey. You fishing too?
Yeah.
Ease up, kid. We're on the same side now, remember?
I know. Guess I'm just not used to it yet.
We're not getting paid to kill each other anymore. We can just sit here like normal folks and catch some fish. You're a mercenary, right? For us, there's no such thing as friends or foes once that contract's paid.
Yeah, I know that too. You, don't remember me, do you?
Should I?
I used to run with Burling's mercenaries.
Burling. Ah, yes. That woman was an army unto herself.
Yeah, but you and your company wiped us out. My captain, my comrades, every last one of them died in that battle.
So that's what this is about. You have a grudge against me?
No, I don't. Wouldn't be much of a merc if I held a grudge against everyone I fought. But it was tough at the time. I really liked that scruffy crew. All of us got along, even the captain. They were the best group I'd ever been with. After what happened, I made myself a promise. I was gonna get stronger, and someday I would defeat you and the Ashen Demon.
But we're allies now, so you're gonna have to let that go, huh?
Looks like it. But you know, part of me is relieved. I don't think I could have beaten the Ashen Demon anyway.
Hey now, what about me? Or are you saying you could take me?
Won't know unless I try. By the way, for a regular guy just catching some fish, you haven't even got your hook on.
Yeah, well, these old mitts aren't exactly made for tying tiny knots.
Give it here. I'll do it.
Not half bad, kid. Thanks.
People call you a legendary mercenary, but you're a lot less dexterous than I imagined.
Legendary is what they call dead people. I'm still alive and kicking, you know. Hey, and about what happened with Burling. I'm sorry. The whole thing was just two minor lords trying to get the better of each other. If Burling hadn't come for us, we could have avoided all the bloodshed. But she came roaring in, yelling that she would take us down and make a name for herself. My kid couldn't afford to hold back at that point. I know that doesn't make it better, but I hope it helps.
What's done is done. You were just doing your job. I know that.
I'll figure something out, I promise. Just write to your father, okay?
I will.
Hey there, Dedu. Can I help you with something?
No, just passing by.
You sure? Looks like you really want to say something.
I was touched by your interaction with that woman.
What's that supposed to mean?
During our academy days, I often heard untoward rumors about you. You had a tendency to skip training and a certain reputation concerning women. You caused His Majesty all manner of headaches.
I can't deny that. But that's all in the past. I'm a lot more responsible these days, don't you think?
Don't expect praise for merely doing your job.
Right.
Though I have been curious about what caused this change of heart.
Change of heart might be taking it a bit too far. It's just, I always see how Dimitri and Felix are out there doing all these amazing things. So I can't very well be goofing around when they're off making names for themselves. Call it a sibling rivalry.
Sibling rivalry?
They're like brothers to me, which is exactly why I don't want them looking down on me.
I see. I understand how you feel. I had a younger sister.
Had? Oh. Tell me about her. What was she like?
She loved flowers, and often made crowns out of them. And once she set her mind to something, nothing in the world could change it.
Aw, she sounds sweet. And a little intimidating.
You cannot flirt with the dead, try as you might.
Whoa, hold on. I was just being honest. I'm sorry I never got the chance to meet her. I mean, if her protective older brother didn't kick me into next week first.
I may just have done so. Sylvain, you should visit Dusker after this war is over. My sister's grave is there. It's nothing special, but I would like to show it to you sometime.
I would love to, my friend. And I'll make sure to bring a giant bouquet of flowers with me.
She would like that very much.
What's wrong, Ingrid? You look troubled.
Oh no, it is nothing. Don't worry about it.
It has to be something if you're just standing there staring off into space. You can always talk to me, you know. It might not be much help, but...
It's this land. It is so fertile. I cannot help but be amazed.
It is an unusually bountiful region for Fargus, and a beautiful one at that. It doesn't have nearly as much snow as the north, and multiple rivers flow through it. I could scarce take my eyes off of that wheat field we passed earlier.
My home does not have anything as lovely as that. It's nothing but a barren, rocky wasteland, and the soil we do have is so poor even the weeds disdain it. We have tilled the ground, removed rocks, and sowed seeds in hopes that our descendants might one day benefit, but... well, who knows how long it would take for us to have large, fruitful fields like the ones here.
Our blood, sweat, and tears will drench the land, serving as nourishment for those who come long after. You may not accomplish it in your lifetime, but the effort will definitely pay off down the road. Or, that's what I think, at least.
Those are the words of King Lugh, yes? From Lugh and the Maiden of Wind. That is one of my favorites.
Yeah, hearing you talk about your homeland actually reminded me of another part. At one point, it uses the phrase, barren as the land of Dagda. I'm sure it's just some term the poets created long after Lugh, but it got me curious. So I went and tracked down a travel journal about Dagda.
I haven't read many travel journals. What did it say?
It spoke of a crop that grew easily, even in their infertile soil. Apparently it's really filling and tastes amazing when boiled or baked.
It sounds too good to be true. Like a crop out of a fairy tale.
If only I knew what it was called. Shamir might be able to tell you more about it.
My homeland would greatly benefit from cultivating a plant like that.
I can't say for certain if it'll actually grow there, but it's probably worth looking into. If there's any way I can help, just say the word.
I am sure a royal knight has better things to do than worry about the problems of House Galatea.
This isn't about my station. I'm just a pal lending a hand. Besides, I grew up poor. I know what it's like to go hungry. No one should ever have to experience that.
Thank you, Ash. In that case, our first task is to look deeper into this miracle crop of yours. I wish we could wait until this war is over, but that would take too long. I want to learn all I can about it as soon as possible. Oh, this is so exciting.
Agreed. Now we just have to survive long enough to uncover its secrets.
I'm tired. Time to find a good spot for a nap. Bernadetta? Why are you skulking in the weeds?
No reason! Not getting in the way of two people's love at all! No, sir!
Huh? But I'm alone here. I see. That.
Yeah, that! I was out walking when I saw them! A man and a woman together in the woods, getting, heated.
Well, neither of them seems to be dead yet.
They're on a secret date, you dummy! Not fighting!
Regardless, how does two lovers stealing a moment alone lead to you curled up here in the fetal position?
Because I'm hiding! I mean, if I messed up their date, they might try to get revenge on me!
Relax. To them, you're no different than a pebble on the side of the road.
Hey, I'm not a pebble! I mean, Sure, sometimes I wish I was just a rock, but...
Then just roll away quietly and you'll be fine.
Just roll away quietly. Hey! Yeah! Wait, no! They'd see me! Stop trying to get me killed!
We've made enough racket over here to raise the dead, and they haven't even noticed. I think it's safe to say they're off in their own little world. Still, good for them, sharing words of love when either one could die tomorrow.
Wait, they could die tomorrow?
They're both soldiers who serve on the front lines. I doubt a rosy future awaits them.
No! That's not true! Couples swearing their love and defying destiny are a staple of classic fiction!
Sure, but the fact it wouldn't happen in reality is what makes it such a good story, right?
Wait, but there are tons of stories where two people who have sworn their love don't ever meet again.
Likely because that's something people are familiar with from their own lives.
Okay, so which is it? I believe those two can be happy together, so they can, right?
I hope that's the case, but reality is cruel. Anyway, I've talked myself right to sleep.
Huh? Come on, don't sleep there! Uh-oh. Guess I'd better try that turn into a pebble and roll away quietly plan.
There you are, Felix. Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what?
About the fight you got into the other day with those soldiers.
Oh, that. Don't worry, I won't do it again.
One of my men told me the whole story of what actually went down. Apparently, one of your soldiers was mocking the heir of House Gautier. It just so happens to be me. And he started getting into it with everyone else, which is when you decided to jump in.
Worst decision of my life. But like I said, I'm done with all that. I only stepped in because I thought it was my responsibility to make my men see sense. But my fists tend to move faster than my brain, as I'm sure you know.
I'm very well aware. Still, I'm curious why you didn't tell me everything right away.
Because he said some really nasty stuff about you. I didn't want your delicate ears dropping off in horror.
Okay, now I'm even more curious. Anyway, sorry for tearing into you without knowing the full story.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I can't let personal life influence business, even if it does concern you.
You shouldn't worry about it. People speaking poorly about me is something of a regular occurrence. And honestly, I deserve every last bit of it. I was a real scoundrel in my younger days. Caused a whole lot of people a whole lot of headaches. That kind of talk isn't your fault or your soldier's fault. The blame lies squarely with the man I used to be.
So, why didn't you do something about that man when you were younger?
It was just... I had to be that way, you know? I had to play the part of the flippant, carefree rogue because... Anyway, look, I know I'm a real piece of work, but that's just me being me.
Fine. Perhaps you do deserve to be made fun of. But I still won't stand it coming from a bunch of curs who don't know a single thing about you. You may not have the title of Margrave yet, but you still make yourself pretty useful. I've seen how you've helped the boar, and I guess you helped me too.
Wow, Felix, that's... Wow. Oh boy, I think someone's cutting onions in here.
Be quiet. Can't you listen to someone for 2 seconds without opening your fat mouth and completely ruining the moment? You always have been too smart and too loud for your own good. Even if no one can match you in military tactics or domestic affairs. And so like you said, we've got problems piling up both inside and out of the kingdom. But with you around, we might just be able to see our way clear of it.
That's a lot of problems to pile on one person. Especially when he isn't half as great as you're implying. I mean, I might be, say, 7% more cunning than you, but that's pretty much it. If we really want to be useful to Fargus and Dimitri, we need to work together, so we can balance out each other's weaknesses.
I suppose that's true. In which case, I guess I'm counting on you. I may even need you. Maybe. Besides, I'd be stuck with nothing but miserably dour folks without you around. I'm not sure I could handle it.
You don't have to tell me twice, old friend. I'll always be there for you. I promise.
Ah, I'm Ned. Good day to you.
Hey, Lawrence. Did you need something?
Yes, there is something I simply had to tell you.
Please don't say you want to ask me out.
Perish the thought. I merely wanted to praise you for your diligence, as it has clearly been paying off.
Thanks, I guess. What's all this about?
I have borne witness to your magnificent exploits, both on and off the battlefield. Such achievements could only be possible through tireless effort. That kind of brilliance is impressive, no matter if you're a noble or a common lass of the lowest birth. Is something the matter? You look like a pigeon that's just been struck in the face with wind magic.
It just came out of the blue is all. I wasn't really expecting you to compliment me.
Oh, but I am wounded. Is receiving a compliment from me truly so shocking? I merely wanted to express my heartfelt admiration, not least of all because of the misunderstanding which has long stood between us. I thought it best to speak my mind before fate's fickle hand separates us yet again.
You are so odd sometimes.
And now you laugh at me. Might I inquire as to why? I see nothing odd about praising a dear colleague.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It just hit me that you're actually totally sincere about all this.
Had that not been apparent? How could I be anything less than sincere in my desire to mend our previously strained relationship?
Well, I'm glad you appreciate all of my efforts, Lawrence. I really am. Because when you called me a child back then, it felt like you were dismissing all the hard work it took to make it into the School of Sorcery. I think some part of me has wanted to win your approval ever since. So it feels great to finally have it happen. You're a better judge of character than I gave you credit for, Lawrence.
Naturally. It is a noble, sacred duty to stand above others and correctly evaluate their worth, after all.
Well then, as something of a noble myself, I guess I could stand to learn more about that from you.
That would be splendid! Well then, from one noble to another, perhaps you might join me for a meal so we might discuss issues of...
Let's not. I wouldn't want to spoil my newfound appreciation for you.
Is that so? How unfortunate. Perhaps some other...
Woo! Look at the time. I better get going. I need to do something with all this extra motivation.
Well, no matter. I need only follow her example and work tirelessly toward my goal. For I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, must aspire to nothing less.
Nice of you to finally join us.
Yeah, sorry about that. This is quite the lineup you've got here, though. Nothing but the best.
I appreciate your eye for quality. But yes, we have Shamir, Catherine, and Gustav. And of course, myself and Captain Gerald. The Knights of Seiros are reunited at last.
Alois!
Wait, Gerald was in the Knights of Seiros?
Oh, you and your big mouth. Yeah, I used to work with them in the past. It's not a big deal. But back to the matter at hand. There's clearly something big cooking to gather a crew like this.
Something really big. I can smell it. So come on, old man. Dimitri must have told you what's going on. Old man. Hey, when you've known him as long as I have, you can call him whatever you want. Go on, Gustav.
We have been asked to hunt down what remains of the Dark Mages commanded by Cornelia.
Does this mean we know where they're hiding?
We located a woodland cave in Kingdom territory they appear to be using as a hideout. However, our report also indicates that the mages are preparing to abandon the cave imminently. This is our chance. When they begin to move, we will fall upon them and eliminate them all.
So cut down the mages before they can escape. Easy enough. Or maybe not so easy, considering who we're up against. We'd best stay on our toes.
Yeah.
Yet I remain convinced our combined powers are enough to prevail against even the stoutest foe. Just as we did back in our days with the Knights. And our Knights as well.
Knights, huh? Good one.
Oh, very good, very good. I'm glad someone here is sharp enough to appreciate my razor wit.
Do you ever stop messing around, Alois?
Let's just get on with this.
So, who's actually leading this little operation? I mean, everyone here is more than capable of handling themselves on a battlefield.
My place is on the front lines, swinging a sword. Leave the orders to somebody else. Yep, I'll follow whoever. You choose.
I will respect the group's decision.
In that case, I think there can only be one choice. Captain Gerald.
Me, huh? Great. I'd have better luck herding cats than getting this ragtag team to fall in line. The enemy's split up, and we should do the same. Don't let them get away.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'm on it. Time to move.
Time to go to work. Let me show you how it's done. I've got it. Let's give it a shot. I live for this! Left to our own devices already? Not sure if this is trust or indifference.
Daring tactics such as this are all part of Captain Gerald's signature style.
Saying none of that daring wore off on you when you were his right-hand man.
Then perhaps it's right I be left behind.
It's done. Let's clear it out. I live.
Take a breather. Here it comes. You're done.
Let's do this.
Out of the way. Not a problem. I've got this.
Time to go to work. Let me show you how it's done. I've got it. Let's give it a shot. You think this rickety little stronghold can slow me down? Don't make me laugh. Let's clear it out.
This stronghold will fall!
I've got it. Let's give it a shot. Time to go to work. Forward! Let me at him!
Take a breather.
Move at my own pace. Looks like we're good. Hope the rest of this goes just as smooth. I'm on it. Time to move. I'm on it. I've got your back.
Not a problem. Move out.
Time to go to work. Let me show you how it's done. I've got it. Let's give it a shot. Stand back! I live for this! We've got more over here! I'll cut you down! You're done!
Defensive formation!
Time to go to work. Sounds good. Stand back. They're running away. Get ready, Gustav.
Leave all to me, Lady Catherine. I shall stop them in their tracks.
Knight of the royal family indeed. Defensive formations. Let's send the enemy packing. This sure takes me back to when you were with the Knights, I mean. We were always pairing up like this.
My turn.
And striking down our enemies. I could always count on you to watch my back. Should I start calling you partner again?
Not a problem. Move out.
I think we handled our business, but there are bound to be more lurking in the shadows. I've got it. Let's give it a shot.
I'm up. Let's see how it goes.
Let me...
My turn. Here it comes! You're done! Not a problem. I've got this.
Someone needs so many. Everyone, join up and fight as one. Don't let them through.
It's done. Enjoy your eternal sleep.
It's not over.
I've got it. Let's give it a shot. I live for this!
Better fighting as one than biting the dust.
Don't forget smiting our foes.
Leave my sight! Time to go to work. Your marksmanship is still first class, Shamir. As is your blade work, Thunder Catherine. Don't tease. I've got it. Need some backup?
The faces may be unfamiliar, but the Knights of Seiros remain as formidable as ever.
I don't know. Seeing you fight makes me wish I could see the old Knights in action. Gerald. Let's keep it up. Maybe we should try to get ahead of the enemy and cut off their escape.
Great minds think alike. Let's go.
Time to go to work. Forward, march! I've got it. On the move.
I'm on it.
Take a breather.
Moving my
They're
own pace.
undisciplined. Where do they think they're going?
Ah, you clever beasts. We can't permit you to cut us off.
No escape! You're in my way! Now guard
Time to go to work. Let me show you how it's done.
Make haste.
Stand back.
If we can subdue their strongholds, we can block off their escape.
Enjoy your eternal sleep. I live for this. I'll put you down. You're done.
I pray you might afford me the pleasure of sacking this place myself.
So many jokes. Is he trying to impress us?
I believe this is how he shows his excitement.
Here it comes! Take this! You're done!
We've captured all the strongholds. Our enemy has nowhere to run now.
You've done well, everyone. But where's their commander?
Ugh, I knew we shouldn't have shown up for this.
Sniffed out by beasts. Ha! How fit. Cleobulus is getting careless.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'm on it. Let's see how it goes.
Time to go to work. Let me show you how it's done. I've got it. Let's give it a shot.
Those must be the leaders. Let's finish this.
Take this! Not a problem. I'm here to help.
I'm on it. I've got your back. Someone needs...
I'll take point.
Guard this place with your lives.
It's done. I've got it. On the move. Let me at her! Come on, Shamir. Go wild, partner. This should be fun. Let them taste the blade of the goddess's servant! Right back at you! You're done! Come on, Shamir! I'm glad you're here, partner. right back at you. You're done.
I shall help as well.
I'm grateful. Let's go, Catherine. You've got it, partner.
Move it.
Let's get through this.
Say it. You got it. But I must abandon this place.
Let that one go. We still have the other.
On me.
Are you ready?
Yeah! Put him to rout. Your guard's down.
No, not again! What am I going to tell Tallis this time?
Not too happy we let them go, but I'd say we achieved our goal. More or less.
Indeed. Though we must report news of the escapees to His Majesty.
Well, that was a deal. I mean, not that I'm complaining. I fight for Lady Rhea. Looks like even I have bad days.
Well, that's that. Sure made us work for it, though.
And a few still got away. But I think we did pretty well, all things considered. How about you?
You really brought the thunder down on the enemy today, Catherine.
Hey, I can't take all the credit. Gerald's the one who led this motley band. And then there's Shamir, Alois, Gustav, and you. None of this works without everyone on the same page.
I've not had so thrilling a battle in an age. When will this same group ever take the field again?
Maybe never.
You may be right. These days I find myself on guard duty in Ferdiad, and you all have plenty going on in your own careers. It is unlikely we'll be together like this again.
I can't help but feel a bit wistful. Once, we shared the same mission during the day and broke bread together at night. But now...
We could do that again, you know. You could come back to the Knights of Seiros. We're short-handed as it is, what with the war and all.
I appreciate the invitation. But I left the Order so I might continue to fight alongside Geralt and repay my debt to him. What's more, I've come to enjoy the freedom this lifestyle provides me.
Yeah, the merc life has its perks for sure.
You sure about this, Alois? If you want to go back, I won't stand in your way.
It almost sounds like you don't need me to do your bidding, and you'd rather bid me a doing.
Stop.
Even if this is our last time together, the experience will give us strength on our separate paths. Let us be satisfied with that.
Oh, and when Gerald gets tired of your jokes and kicks you out, we'll still take you back.
Oh, my dear Shamir.
You know, I've got my differences with the Church, so I can't say I miss being a Knight of Seiros. But today was pretty fun. If we ever get this chance again, count me in.
You ready for this?
Come at me. No hesitation. You actually managed to dodge that.
Not sure dodge is the word I'd use. I just let my power loose without even thinking. Guess I'm still no match for you.
Give yourself a little credit. It took everything I had to keep up. If you could avoid an attack like that, then you're easily on par with me.
But you barely even used your power. You know, the one that throws off your enemy's perception or whatever? I wouldn't have stood a chance if you hit me with that.
So you've noticed it.
How could I not? We've fought about 1,000,000 times by now. Your power's not exactly visible, so it's definitely tougher to catch on to than mine. But I've experienced your kind of beatdown firsthand, so I'm painfully aware of the damage you can inflict.
Sorry about that. I couldn't afford to pull any punches back then.
It's fine. Water under the bridge. So, have you had your power for long? Where'd you learn it? I was kinda wondering if I could pick it up myself.
I only became aware of it when I was fighting hard against you. But I don't think it's something a person can learn. Even I barely understand how it works.
Right, gotcha. Sounds like we're in the same boat then.
Yes, just two strange people with even stranger powers. And I'm not only talking about your sword.
Hmm?
Do you ever feel like there's some sort of mysterious presence within you?
Oh,
It's just that sometimes it's hard to tell what you're thinking. Like you get distracted by something from time to time. Almost like you're talking to someone else. Inside your head.
Are you asking because that's what happens to you?
No, it was just something I noticed.
If you say so. Hey!
No. You want to go for a ride? All right. Let's go. Good. We've secured the high ground. Though that likely matters little on an excursion. I took naturally to the sword from the first moment I held one. Huh. Sword work, as well as the sort of guerrilla warfare I learned from my father. Gerald's reputation took a big hit after you defeated us. Okay. Gerald always says I resemble my mother, though I just have to take his word for it. Is there something in my hair? That makes sense. People call this color ash, though I can't say I agree. Either way, that's how I got my nickname. This is nice. Thank you. Thank you. That was new.
Hey, I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river. That's an awful lot of blood on your cloak.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start washing it right away. If you ask me, it's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Hmm? Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
How so?
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief. She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, if I can still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away.
Well, that's not exactly the same.
Maybe not, but I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry. Just like someone else I could mention.
You know, you never really used to talk about her, but you've been doing it a lot lately. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for dragging you into the mercenary life. You've never had a place to call home, and you don't have any friends your age. And it's been one bloody battle after another since this war broke out. If she were still alive, your life would be entirely different. You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always been there for me. Living by the sword suits me just fine, and I've had no shortage of allies. So...
You're right. There's no cause for regrets. You really are just like her, though. You know that?